Yo, what's happening? Houston, this is the place to be, and I am DMC in the place to be with my man Brad Gilmore and the one and only, the champ, the man Booker T. So let's get it poppin'.
Live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. Join the six-time world heavyweight champion, two-time WWE Hall of Famer, and WWE NXT announcer, Booker T. Booker T. Alongside his right-hand man, the BOAT, Brad Gilmore. It's time to get your champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. Now, can you dig that?
Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. I'm Booker T, six-time world champ, two-time Hall of Famer. Got my man Brad Gilmore here with me as always. But we got a very special guest stepping inside the Hall of Fame today, getting a little champagne wishes and caviar dreams, man. Give it up for one, Nia Jax. How you doing, Nia?
Oh, I'm great. Glad to be here with you guys.
Awesome, man. Awesome. We on the road to WrestleMania. One stop we got left here in Houston. Coming up on Monday night. Monday Night Raw is going to be here in Houston, Texas. And man, I'm going to tell you right now, I got so many people calling me for tickets. So many people. And you know,
Of course.
I'm like,
of
what
course.
the hell? I'm like, I mean, people numbers just, popping up in my phone. I'm blocking so many people. But how do you feel, making the trek back to Houston on the road to WrestleMania?
Oh, I love it. I love me some Houston. I always have such a good time out there. On the road to WrestleMania, super exciting. So, like the shows are just always like everybody shows up. They can't wait to see what's going to happen leading up to that big show. So like, you never know what could happen on any Raw or any SmackDown. This Houston, get ready because I had a match against Becky last week that got interrupted. So I'm going to have to finish some business on Monday in Houston. And you don't want to miss it.
Yeah. You know what? Before we even get to Becky, let's talk. I got to talk about the Elimination Chamber. I mean, we got to talk about Rhea Ripley. We got to talk about you being in Australia. How did it feel being in front of that crowd, man? Because Australia's always been one of my favorite places to go, man. I mean, the nightlife, the parties, the beautiful ladies, everything. But how does it feel to be back in Australia doing that?
Australia was amazing. So, like not a lot of people know, I was born out there. I was born
Yeah,
in
that's
Sydney.
what I'm talking about. They
Yeah.
didn't give you your props. They didn't give you your props.
They did.
hero.
I know. I was like, I'm a hometown girl. No, so it's funny because I used to go out there a lot because my mom's mom, and my mom's sister, my auntie live out in Sydney. And so I love Australia. It's beautiful. The people are beautiful. The atmosphere is gorgeous. The weather is beautiful. So being in Perth was actually my first time. And funny enough, like it's a joke, but I have so many cousins on my Samoan side. And one of my cousins was out there and he took me around Perth and let me see all the beautiful sights. And being out there was it felt like home. I wish we would have stayed longer, but being in that Optus Stadium was incredible. I mean, you know how WWE does it. Set it up like, I felt like it was a WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It was huge. The crowd was electric. And so, I mean, standing in that ring and everybody chanting for Rhea, which was amazing, but I wish it could have lasted longer. I hope we go back again because I feel like they just got a little taste and I think we could put even a bigger show on.
Yeah.
How was it, or when did you know you were going to get that main event slot? And what was your reaction when you found out y'all were going on last in Australia?
I didn't know until I think that the night before. I think somebody had sent a card to me and I'm like, wait a minute, does this mean that we're on in the main event? I not gonna lie, I felt like a lot of pressure because you had some pretty stacked elimination chambers and a great tag on the card. And so, and then you had the Grayson Waller effect. Being main event of that show, it was a pretty big deal for me. And I just wanted to put on the best match I possibly could with a great story, easy with Rhea Ripley, but wanted to be able to tell a really good story to the fans and hope that it resonated to them. And it was an honor to be a main event in front of all those people.
What was your feeling, real quick, Book? I just want to know, what was your feeling when you walked into the back, when you went through the curtain? Like, what was your immediate emotions walking back through the curtain?
So I don't know if you noticed, but I went to give her a Samoan drop to the table and it was supposed to break. And so that's cracked when I went. And so then I ended up getting up on one of the rolly chairs and dropping an elbow. I was like, this needs to break. So when I walked back, I just had this big sense of relief, like, thank God I did not eat total crap on that table, jumping off of the rolly chair. It was a big sense of relief, but I was actually super happy for Rhea because the whole entire stadium was celebrating with her, and I know what a great moment it was for her, and hearing the fans go nuts, it was a pretty cool moment.
Yeah. Trust me, I know that. I was in the first elimination chamber match in WWE, and I swear, man, I was so scared. I was so nervous, but I was nervous for different reasons. There was so much metal and steel and grate. I was like, man,
Dude, your chamber was different. Your chamber hurt is a lot different
I'm
from our
like,
chamber.
like, man, I'm gonna get hurt out here. I don't want none of this action. But
Yeah.
no, man. Like I said, we are on the road to WrestleMania. Talk to me about, your trip. What are you planning on getting done? As far as heading into WrestleMania, I'm talking about mayhem. I'm talking about destruction. I'm talking about breaking all down all wall. What are we doing? What are we doing heading into WrestleMania?
You know what? I'm sick and tired. Like, yes, I know Becky won the Elimination Chamber. I know she has earned her spot. But my story with Rhea Ripley isn't done. I'm still set for gold. I feel as though this run, I have been on a clear path. It has been directly forward. It has been through all of the Raw Women's Division. And I feel as though I deserve another shot at that title. I deserve it. Rhea Ripley, she had my number that night, maybe because it was a little bit of the jet lag. I don't know. But Becky, she might think that she's gonna go to WrestleMania easily, but I don't think she's gonna get there. You never know.
I think you've been overlooked. I think you've been, ducked. I think you've been positioned in a lot of ways not to be the one. Just because I always feel like if Nia Jax, you've had Taste of the Gold, of course, WWE champion. You've been tag team champion, but you've never been put in that position to where once you get that championship, it's gonna be so hard to take it off of you. That's the real Ripley. No, excuse me. That's the Nia Jax I'm waiting to actually see getting that spot and actually take on a real Ripley, take that championship, and then go on a monster run. Do you foresee yourself having a monster run as champion in the WWE?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's all I see. This time around, I feel like I'm way more focused. I was able to reset things and refocus my passion and my drive. And I'm, in one of the best shapes I've ever been in my life. And I feel like this is the time for me to get on that monster run, to continue to dominate. I don't
Yeah.
even have the title and I'm dominating these girls. This division is one of the best divisions I've ever worked with as well. So I am ready for that moment, for that, holding that gold and just running right through that division.
You talk about how that reset was important for you. Like, what's the biggest, I guess, difference in mindset between your first run and this new run that you've been on?
When you first get thrown into the WWE, and Booker knows this, like, you're kind of like on your own. You're just like a little like baby deer, and they're like, okay, here you go, figure it out. And for at least it was for me, like I was trying to figure out who I was, who Nia Jax was as I was trying to train, because I was in the training center for about, like, I want to say less than a year, and then I got called up because I had a car accident early on in my career. And so it was all like, NXT had a little bit more of a guidance, a little more hand holding. And then when I got to the main roster, it was more of like, okay, here you go, off to the races, see what you can do. And I think I learned a lot from that experience. So when I was able to step back and recalibrate and see what I did wrong and see what I needed to do better, it was a great experience for me to sit back and really, I was still watching. I'm still a fan. I'm always going to be a fan. And so now I have all these tools in my belt that I'm like, okay, this is what I need to do. This is what I lacked, and this is what I can bring now.
It's easy to get complacent. It really is,
Yes.
especially in the WWE, because I was just talking to Ivy Nile just last week. I'm down in NXT, and she just made the transition from NXT to the main roster. And when I talked to her, her eyes was like this big. She was like a wind in Chicago. It just came through or something. You know what I mean? Because she was in shock. as far as how that machine pretty much takes you on a ride, and you got to know how to manage that machine in order to
Yep.
pretty much optimize every ounce of energy in that day. So definitely, I'm looking at you right now, and like you say, you definitely look like you are in the best shape that you've been in. What is that plant behind you right there? What is that? You know, that's the
It
Catalina.
is a fake plant I got
Oh,
from
okay.
Hobby Lobby. Just because I'm never home, so I can't be having real plants that I'm not gonna be watering. Don't judge me, Booker.
Nah, man, it's that movie Zoe Saldana, you know, the Catalina.
Yes.
I thought that's what that was. You know, you
So,
get ready to go on a
yes,
mission and start just tearing
that's
up
what it
some
is.
stuff, taking out everybody. And you gonna leave a little bit of this behind every
My little
time.
plant. Yes, that's exactly what it is. That's what we'll say it is right there. I'm gonna leave a little plant behind every time I just, take these people out.
Oh
You
man.
you talk about how the women's division is stacked now, coming back, this is the best division you've worked with. There are still a lot of people who you haven't gotten a chance to lock up with. One of the things I'm seeing online all the time is Nia Jax, Jade Cargill. People want to see that match. What are matches that you would like to have? And is Jade one of them?
Oh, of course. I mean, look at Jade. You just look at her. She looks like she's molded from clay. She's incredibly beautiful and strong, and she carries herself so well. I would love to get in the ring with her. I feel like we could make magic. I have never been able to have that singles match with Bianca Belair, and that girl is just, she's top tier. Like that's, Rhea Ripley is up there as well, but Bianca Belair, she's somebody I've never been able to lock up with, one on one, and I want to be able to showcase that because she's never faced anybody like Nia Jax. Like, yes, she is the strongest, and she is the EST. But I do believe that the EST and the Irresistible Force could definitely make some magic.
Man, I can keep you on here for all day, but I know, like I said, we're on the road to WrestleMania. Our time is, like John Cena say, our time is almost up. But as far as heading into WrestleMania, what do you want to tell the fans? Heading into Monday Night Raw in Houston, Texas, what do you want to tell the fans as far as the road to WrestleMania through the eyes of Nia Jax?
Well, Nia Jax is on a destruction path, so I'm definitely going to shake things up. Don't get all comfortable with where we are with Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. Yes, the man is incredible, but she might not make it there to WrestleMania, and you never know what can happen. Any Raw, any live show on our way to WrestleMania. WrestleMania is going to be the biggest it's ever been. It's the XL, and the Bloodline's got a big part of that. So you definitely don't want to miss Houston Raw because we're going to have a good time.
You almost said like the Macho Man Savage. Ooh, he's expecting unexpected. Yeah, dig it. Oh, yeah. Hey, man, I want to thank you for stepping inside the Hall of Fame, getting a little champagne wishes, caviar dreams. Good luck and congratulations on everything that you do in the future. Much, much love.
Thank you so much, Booker and Brad. I appreciate it.
And it's Booker T, 6-time world champion, my man Brad Gilmore from Manscaped. The Performance Package 5.0 Ultra is here. And let me tell you, it's got futuristic tendencies included in this bundle, guys. Brand new Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, the Weed Whacker 2.0 ear and nose and hair trimmer, and essentials aftercare products like the Crop Soother, the Bald Aftershave Lotion, and the Crop Preserver Anti-Chafing Ball Deodorant, and 2 free gifts. Oh, yes.
That's right, Book. Their 5th generation lawnmower features 2 interchangeable next-gen skin-safe blade heads, a standard one for taking a little off the top, and a new foil blade to go smooth wherever your heart desires. And did I mention? It's waterproof too. Manscaped, they did us a favor, Book. All the listeners of the Hall of Fame, and they threw in 2 free gifts. The Boxers 2.0 and the Shed 2.0 toiletry bag. Resolutions may come and go, but a well-groomed you is here to stay with Manscaped's latest and greatest.
Yeah, and start the new year off right, because when you look good, you feel good. Manscaped help you sculpt the best version of yourself for the year ahead. New year and new you, and definitely a new trimmer. Manscaped got your grooming resolutions covered. Guys, get 20% off and free shipping with the code Booker at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use the code Booker. Happy New Year to your balls. Sucker! And this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Guys, let's talk about it. Let's talk about sex. Hey, you remember when you was always ready to go? I'm talking about strapping the rocket on it, man. Going straight to the moon. I'm talking about getting it done. If you want that extra confidence, I got something for you. Listen up. BlueChew.com. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, but in a chewable tablet at the fraction of the cost.
But the great thing, Book, is you can take it any time, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The process is simple. You sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days.
The best part, guys, it's all done online on the internet. So there's no doctor's visit, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at a pharmacy or any of that.
And the thing is, Book, Blue Chew's tablets, they're made right here in the USA and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package, so no one is the wiser.
You know, let's just get it out there, guys. Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. It's like this. Chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew absolutely free when you use promo code Booker at your checkout. Just pay $5 for shipping, man. That's BlueChew.com and use promo code and receive your first month absolutely free, man. Visit BlueChew.com. Use promo code Booker to receive your first month absolutely free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And, you know, we want to thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the Hall of Fame podcast. Chew it and do it.
The Ed Milet Show showcases the greatest peak performers sharing their journey, knowledge, and thought leadership.
This is one of the all-time best pieces of advice ever given on the show.
Actor Rainn Wilson.
The number one thing that psychologists point to with young people of why they are struggling so much in this mental health epidemic is they don't have resilience. So how do you build resilience if you don't understand suffering itself?
The Ed Milet Show is available on YouTube or wherever you listen.
Hi there. Sorry for the interruption, but are you enjoying this show on Google Podcasts? You should know that the Google Podcasts app is going away this spring. That's right, going away, gone as in no longer available. You can still enjoy this show elsewhere though. Try out Spotify or Amazon Music, or maybe TuneIn is more your style. Whatever app you switch to, be sure to follow so you never miss the next episode. And thanks for listening, wherever you listen.